If you use a security camera to monitor your house while you sleep, never look at the live feed during a thunderstorm, because when the lightning flashes, the infrared sensor can pick up things in the dark that your eyes aren't allowed to see. A guy named David lived alone in a small, modern suburban house. He had a motion-activated camera mounted in the upper corner of his bedroom, facing his bed. It had a tiny red LED light that stayed on constantly to show it was recording. David liked it because it made him feel safe. One night in July, a violent storm rolled over the town. The thunder was loud enough to rattle the windows, and the power grid kept flickering. Around 2 a.m., David woke up to a sudden, absolute silence. The power had completely cut out. The air conditioning died, and the house became boiling hot. He reached for his phone on the nightstand to check the time. As the screen lit up, he saw a notification from his security app. Movement detected in bedroom at 2:12 a.m. David frowned. The power was out, which meant the camera should have been completely dead, but when he looked up into the dark corner of his room, his heart dropped. The tiny red dot was still glowing. It was running on its backup battery. He opened the app and clicked on the live feed. Because of the power outage, the infrared night vision mode had turned on. The screen showed a grainy, black and white view of his bedroom. He could see himself sitting up in bed, holding his phone. But then, a massive flash of lightning lit up the room outside his window. On his phone screen, the sudden burst of light cast a long, heavy shadow in the corner of his room, directly beneath the camera. Standing perfectly still in that corner was a tall, unnaturally thin figure. It was wearing a tattered trench coat, and its head was tilted completely sideways, staring directly at him. David froze, his breath catching in his throat. He slowly lowered his phone and stared directly at the dark corner of his physical room. It was pitch black. He couldn't see anything. He couldn't hear anything over the sound of the pouring rain. He looked back down at the live feed on his phone. The figure on the screen was no longer standing in the corner. It had moved. It was now standing right at the foot of his bed, leaning forward, its face just inches away from his feet. David's hands began to shake violently. He realized the camera feed had a 3-second network delay. Before he could scream, he felt a pair of ice-cold skeletal fingers slowly wrap around his bare ankle under the blanket. So remember this if you use security apps. If you get a motion alert in the middle of the night, don't look at your phone to see what's there, because by the time the video loads, it's already closer than it looks.